Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to the new tutorial from the SketchUp Arc Studio. Today I'm going to show you how you can create some realistic renders in SketchUp. So before we start this video, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel and let's get to work. I'm going to show you how you can create some type of architectural design and rendering in Enscape and SketchUp. So this is the simple environment that we have in here with some simple perspective construction that's related to the Enscape and SketchUp project. So as you can see, the location of it exactly related to the London, and this is the view that we have in here. So I'm going to start my job with activating the camera shot, but I don't know where. For these type of images, don't use these type of renders because it's completely related to the amateurs. For these type of renders, use some type of cuttable and angled positions. Something like that. Or you can move the camera in here and fix some type of camera like this. So I'm gonna look at the sky like that, and I'm gonna start my job with the save frame in here. So I'm gonna click on the save frame and I'm gonna go a little bit to the back side. Very simple. And I'm gonna click on the visual setting. And now I'm going to change my projection from the 1-point perspective to the 2-point perspective. So I'm going to click on the field of view, decrease the field of view, something like that, some number about 53 degree. And I'm going to look a little bit to the upside to completely catch my house in here. So first of all, I want to activate my sun position on the position that I really enjoy, but I don't know how. So I'm gonna hold shift and right click and change the time of the day, for example near to the night mode or near to the sunrise, something like that. And I hold Ctrl and U or I on my keyboard to change the sun position. Something like that is really wonderful. So I'm gonna click on the visual setting, and I need a little bit exposure in my environment. So I'm going to increase the exposure to some type of number related to the 56%. I increase the rendering quality to the high mode to see exact changes in here. But in this place we have a little bit darkness, and how we can fix it, it's related to the car's body material. For this reason, I'm going to minimize this Enscape in here. And I'm going to click on the Enscape material editor and move this window in here. So I'm going to click on the paint bucket and click on the eyedropper and pick up this color. And I want to change the color. So look at the Mercedes-Benz color in here. I'm going to convert it from black to the white. And now it's much better. So it's really wonderful. I can decrease the roughness to see more highlights and increase the specular for better lighting GI calculation in here. So I'm going to type 88% and the Metallica is about 44%. Alright, everything is done for me right now, and I want to turn on some lights in this environment, but I don't know how. So I'm going to click on the eyedropper in here and pick up the lamp glass CV in this place and convert the color to the white smoke and change the type of it to the self-illuminated. Alright, now it's much better, but I must increase the light power, something like that. And in this place I can change the field of it to the transparent or some type of cutout, but it's not really necessary in this place. So everything is done for me right now. I only must to check my camera setting. First of all, I'm going to play with the sun to see the best results. Something like that is really wonderful. And I can click on the SketchUp environment in here and make these type of fences in this place to the hide mode. Now it's much better. So I'm going to click on the visual setting in this place. Field of view is good. And I'm going to click on the depth of field, uncheck the autofocus in here, and play with the focal point in this place. to see what's really happening there. So I'm gonna play with the focal point to reach to the best focusing point. Someplace near to the interior door is really wonderful. And the depth of field is some number related to the 16%. So I'm gonna click on the image bar in here. I use the auto contrast, and if you want some warmer in there, you can decrease the color temperature, but it's really too warm for these type of renders. So I prefer to use some type of cold color like the 7700 Kelvin and the saturation 101%. Motion blur is 0, and if you want some type of sharp render, you can decrease the bloom option. Very good and nice like that. So lens flare is some number about 34%, and vignette is about 10 for these offsets in here. Chromatic aberration is not really important, and atmosphere. I'm going to decrease the fog option in here, and I want to turn off the sun brightness, but I don't know how. For this reason, very simple and easy. You can click on the sun brightness number and digit in here and type your own digit. For example, if I type 1% and I press enter, the result is something like that. And when I type 100% and press enter, as you can see, this is the final result. So it depends on you and your system, but I prefer to use some type of normal number related to the 66%, because in the real world, when you walk in the street, you can't feel too much energy and some brightness from the sun sources. So shadow sharpness related to the sharpness of these shadows in here. We imagine this is some type of afternoon rendering, something like that. And we have more sharp shadows in the surfaces. For this reason, you can increase it about 88%. And this is the final result that you have in here. Ambient brightness related to the interior lighting. So I'm going to increase it a little bit, about 88%. And artificial light brightness helps you to increase the spotlight power in here. So I'm going to minimize the Enscape in here. I'm going to click on one of these lights in this place. Click on the Enscape objects and increase these number to the 1500 candela. Now it's much better. You can see the result in here. And another lighting related to these lights in here. So I'm going to click on it, Enscape objects, and increase the light power to the 1000 candela. And you can see the small result of it in here. I can increase it a little bit, about 305, something like that. Now it's much better. So everything is good for us right now. So I'm going to maximize it, visual setting. And in this place we have atmosphere. I'm going to increase the artificial light brightness related to these spotlights to the 128%. That's much better. So I'm going to reduce the wind option to the 4, and the skybox is really important. For the skybox, I prefer to use 0% for all of these 3 elements in here. Like that. It takes a little bit time, and count rail is 0. So now we have some clear sky with some clear GI calculation, and everything is good for us. Time for the rendering, but we don't know how. So in this place, you can increase the rendering quality to the ultra mode, and this is the final result that you can see in here. Before you render, you can check some type of special materials for your renders. For example, I'm gonna open the Enscape material editor, and I'm gonna pick up the eyedropper in here, pick up this brick for the exterior design, and add some type of bright tint color like the white smoke, and color is white too. And I can reduce the image fade to see more detail of the colors and tint colors. For example, if I type 66, as you can see now we have some type of white brick in here, and it's really wonderful. Displacement is really good, and roughness can be a little bit decreased, about 61%. if you want more light reflection on your surface, you can increase the specular to the 66%. Alright, everything good for us right now. We need a little bit more lighting related to these spotlights. So I'm going to check it on the Enscape object and increase it about, for example, 1200 candela. And the result is really wonderful. So I think everything is good for us right now. Time for the creating a little bit exposure on our environment. For this reason, I'm going to click on the visual setting and increase the exposure to the 66% to see what happened. And the result is really wonderful. Something like that can be burn your render, but 70% is really decayed. So only one thing that we have in here related to these glasses in here. If I want to tell the truth, I really don't enjoy with these type of glasses. So I'm going to click on it, transcolate glass blue. So I'm going to click on the Enscape material editor. Another time I'm going to pick it up. And in this place, I'm going to play with these options in here to see what will happen in there. Alright, I decrease the opacity to the 10 and the specular is about 78. If you increase the specular, you can see lower reflection. So for this reason, you can decrease it to the 32 and now it's much better. Roughness related to the 4% and frosted glass is okay, and everything is done for us right now, and time for the rendering. For the rendering, I'm going to click on the screenshot button in here and I'm going to save it on my desktop, very simple and easy with the JPG format. As you can see, we create these type of exterior designs really recommended for architectures in different type of projects. Very simple and easy, only with Enscape 3.5 on our Windows 10 platform. So if you like this video, please comment your opinion about this tutorial and your experience about the rendering with Enscape. So like this video, share this video, and finally please subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for your watching, thanks for your support, and goodbye.